Okay, everyone. Oop, volume, sorry. Okay, everyone. It's me again. How was that tone? Like, are you annoyed? Anyway, today's video, Apocalypse Parabellum. So I just did this video, important by the way. Apocalypse Parabellum. Let's go over this. Parabellum is Latin for... sorry, just getting my positioning. Parabellum is Latin for prepare for war, and is often used within the context of the phrase civis pacem parabellum, meaning if you want peace, prepare for war. Now, how am I meaning this? How the hell am I meaning this in the context of what I always talk about in these years surrounding the end of the eschaton after 2017, the organic portal theme? So how is it relative to the organic portal theme? Okay, well, you'll notice I put apocalypse before parabellum. Now, apocalypse in Greek means to uncover. Now, that's why we have the organic portal theme becoming more and more prevalent. Because as you heighten in vibration and realize your multidimensional nature, let me repeat that, as you realize and accept your multidimensional nature, you awaken to things, you become aware in higher energetic strata. Let's just say it simply like that, so everybody can understand it. You become aware in these higher dimensional aspects and natures and ontoses. So, and automatically, things like the organic portal theme or density gradients, people who are just their dense physical body, become apparent to you because you're raising in through all the strata, not just the dense strata, so to speak. Now, dimensions are not just layers of manifestation of light, they're also worlds within worlds, and that's where it gets complex. Don't worry, I'm going to make plenty of videos on the dimensions, because I seem to have the insight ability to do so. So therefore it's my path, and it will come easy. I don't even have to try. I can just spiel. Okay. And you can just catch up if you don't believe me. And the day that you realize something I've said, be thankful, be good to me. Maybe even donate, but at least, maybe thank you, or that's nice to hear that you've helped someone. I've helped thousands of people over the last few years. And, not thousands have thanked me, but many hundreds have, and it's made me feel good, I feel like I have purpose that way more, and it's just a nice thing to do, I guess. Anyway, enough of the pleasantries. Let's get back into this. Parabellum, prepare for war. Now why? Why, in the context of organic portal, hive-minded, group-souled, self-spiritless people, is this context of preparing for war relevant to the context of organic portals? Well, in this video I just shot before I said it, and let's say it again, the Matrix is now pumping out more and more NPCs, non-player characters, which is what I often refer to organic portals being. The periphery people, the atrophy of the universe, the energy suckers for the Matrix, yes. And, energy has information embedded in it. The higher dimensional information is embedded in the electrical light and so on. And the energies they steal from you. Loose energy, which is just loose energy. So, actually, that gives me an idea for a video. Apologies. I have to do another video. Preventing organic portal energy stealing 5. Loose energy. How to tighten, I guess. That'll do for now. Right, back to this. I'm sorry. I is sorry. Okay? Alright, Parabellum means prepare for war. So we're preparing for war because they're producing an incredible amount of NPCs now. Say you're playing Call of Duty. Ah, COD. Good old COD, huh? Call of Duty, the game, you know. And, you know, there is a certain way that you can manifest a super cool game, like a super fun game, a really cool path through the game. And in fact, some of the stages are this, what I'm trying to talk about. You know, you have to crawl under the jeeps in one stage. And, you know, it's 3 meters forward, 2.5 meters to the side, 5 meters forward, and very exact. So you can do that through the whole game. You know, you can learn, okay, that NPC of the game is going to be standing here, I can snipe him from behind, or, you know, whatever. And you can do that with life, and it's going to have to get tricky like that, because they're pumping out more and more NPCs, the Matrix. It, I should say, is pumping out more and more NPCs, or non-player characters, increasing the difficulty of the game. You know, kind of like a next stage, because it's maximum novelty now. We've proceeded into the maximum amount of novelty. It's like novelty has become the new habit. Why don't you type in time wave 0 if you don't know what I'm talking about? Boy, is that gonna do something for you today. Just Google time wave 0, Terence McKenna. I want you to watch the 24-minute version uploaded by Loaded Shaman YouTube channel. That's the video I'm thinking about. I hope you can understand it. So, you know, it's the apocalypse, it's the uncovering at the end of human history, and it's the Parabellum, it's the preparation for war of the souls, you know, like, it's not like we haven't been at war the whole time, but it's like the final war. That's why I've put these two words together, because apocalypse also meant, you know, throughout history, what's going to come at the end, right? Apocalypse always meant to people, like, it was embedded in the end times, the notion of endness or end times to human history. So it's always been there as the end, you know, it kind of means the end as well, you know, culturally speaking. With our etymological root examination, it means, you know, basically the end, right? I think we can all agree, apocalypse. You know, it was always foretold fire and brimstone, the end of society, demons running loose, you know, the rapture or the ripture, the dimensional rip. I do have a video explaining in 2015 there was a dimensional rip, or rather, you think of it as the fourth dimensional veil dropped. There was no longer a veil between you and the demons, and now they're everywhere, and that's why I recently made a video where I know I didn't really explain it well because I was a bit rantish, and in that video I called it almost everyone now, briefly for the apocalypse, is a demon, because nobody knows. Absolutely, barely anybody knows, and, you know, probably fewer people understand that, you know, there can be a veil dropping, and that the veil dropped between the fourth dimension, and what the hell are dimensions, and, you know, this is not common understanding. So that's why, you know, in that video, almost everyone now is a demon for the apocalypse briefly, I kind of just ranted a bit and said, you know, basically, oh, I can't even explain it to you because, you know, I was in that state of I can't be bothered to. Clearly I can explain everything that I mention in a video title or everything I put up on a page if I just focus like I am now. So let's focus on it. Apocalypse, it's always meant end times, right? You know, at the end of human history. Parabellum, you know, prepare for war. But I like this. If you want peace, which gives me the idea and the reiterated notion of what I'm trying to put forth, that it's the final battle. It's like the final battle kind of thing. Because look, if you want peace, then prepare for war. And in peace, it's like, oh, alright, it's all over. It's done with. You got the peace. Is not why you go to war mostly the reason, like, for peace. You know, it's kind of contradictory, but you have to agree we're trying to, you know, often not just take resources and stuff, but often it's just for, you know, you want a type of peace after it. You know, who's the victor? Alright, shut up. We won, so shut up. But, you know, if you think about it, you know, peace is like an end state. So it means, you know, obviously embedded in an end state is a finalization, or what you call a creode. Something, you know, is a creode if it has a completion cycle. So this is like a final creode of humans at the end of human history. What do I mean at the end of human history? Am I crazy? No, but it's clear that, you know, each day, Boston Dynamics, every other university who's on robotics are creating more and more progress, and that the robots will manifest in your house as basically a simulacrum person. You'll have a robot you can speak to, like C-3PO, or, you know, out of Star Wars, or Data out of Star Trek, you know, an android. This is coming, it's close, it's finally here. That's another sign we know, and that I'm not, you know, randomly ranting crap here, but that we know that it's the end here, the end of human history. Right, and that's why I call it the organic portal apocalypse. If you understand this whole notion of organic portals and the connection to pre-Adamic man, nature, and, you know, previous creation or creode nature, in, you know, in the way of that the universe is a complexity creating and conserving machine. So yeah, it's the apocalypse parabellum, ahora, which means in Spanish now. Sorry, I'm in Uruguay. I'm from Australia. I'm Aussie, mate. So it's the apocalypse parabellum, and, you know, this means to prepare. And a lot of people are not, and thus if you failed to plan, you plan to fail. Something I learned in marketing back at university. But it goes with war as well. I think you'll notice you don't want to get your head shot off, so you better plan to wear your helmet, you know? So if you fail to plan and you plan to fail, which is what most people have done, not heeded the old prophecies, you know, like the Hopi prophecy was a famous one going around during 2011, you know, Mayan prophecy of end times, blah blah blah. If you didn't heed these prophecies, you failed to plan, and you've planned to fail, basically. And, you know, you've done the opposite of Parabellum, or the opposite of prepare for war, and you're not going to get peace. You will be the damned. You're becoming the damned in damnation. Oh man, even that damnation, I could expand on that, but I won't. I don't want to complexify this too much. So if you've, you know, not prepared, what does that mean? Well, it means you've been harvested. You've heard this thing, people going around in the, let's say, esoteric, starseedy, new agey movements of there's some sort of harvest. What do you think we're talking about? What could be harvested from you? What is it that you have at base without anything, no job, title, no occupation, you are not your body, you're not your fake tits, whatever. That's right, your spirit is being harvested. Your spirit. Soul is not harvestable. Soul lays deep asleep beyond the veil. But your spirits are harvested.